Similar example you also face?
Absolutely. Being in the transformation team, it's all the BPR automation and RPA and analytics. That's all we look at.
Yeah, seriously, it's like a regular thing for us. Like I'm into business transformation and use a lot of data science and RPA solutioning. So this is like a regular thing for us.
No, because from the transformation, I'm from the transformation team, so I coordinate with the RPA, and BPR is in our scope, and automation
Yeah.
is a different team.
So I think in the roles that we are into, it is a must that we should be able to deploy any sort of solutions. We should do an FMEA. If you're using it already,
Yeah.
if you're not using it,
Yeah.
probably we can use this as a perfect tool to anticipate all the failures
Yeah.
that can have and help to resolve it. So,
Similar, FMEA, based on my experience, FMEA is such a type of a tool that we can plan our activities and try to avoid the failure modes in our daily activities also.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if there are
I
certain
love this tool a lot.
that I want to do. Exactly. It has multiple usage. You can use it to identify the causes as well. You can try to identify the failure modes. You can try to identify what all steps should be there in the process and ensure that those process puts into place. So there are multiple usage, but always remember, don't just keep it as a document, as a tick in the box activity. Do it very, very religiously. When you do this exercise, it gives a lot of insights that what are the constraints which are there in the processes, what are the opportunities that which are there in the processes, which can help, and keep a regular review after every quarter or maybe after every by month, which would help you to identify it. So I think we are good with the FMEA. So I will take a pause here. We have one last topic left in the improve phase, which is called design of experiment, which is called DOE. Though it's a very vast subject, but we will cover the one which is pretty important from a black belt perspective. We'll take an hour next time to cover that. And then we will have an improve training as well, which is there. So the next week agenda would be, I'll work on design of experiment. Then we have cost benefit analysis, which is there, which is the last topic. So that will take 15 to 20 minutes to complete. And then we will move to the control phase, where we discuss the different types of control charts, control plans, control mechanisms. That will again take 1.5 hours. Then the remaining 1 hour would be, I would be talking about the basic tools of lean that we have, like 5S, 5Ys, different types of ways that we have, lead time, cycle time, takt time. We will discuss these topics. And then I will share certain case studies with you, some of the projects which is yielded into results, in good results. So I will be able to share that projects as well with you. I think from a time perspective, we are pretty good, but still depending upon the questions or I'm planning to do a sort of revision with all of you, wherein I'll cover, I will cover questions from each of the phases if you have from define till control. So for that, I'm anticipating that there might be an extra 1 hour, which might take, or maybe 1 or 1.5 hours. As I earlier said that I will try to finish within the 7 classes, but in case if there is any topic which gets stretched, or if during the revision class, if there is something else. So for that, there might be an extra class for 1 to 2 hours. I am anticipating if that can happen. So for that, I was thinking, I just want to take your opinion as well. So on 18th, we will have our last class wherein we'll cover design of experiment and control phase. And then next class, and after that, if it's required, then the next class would happen in the next week. It will not happen on Sunday, because Sunday I have another training already starting at the same time. So I will try to have it another next Saturday then, not on Sunday. So is there a possibility, so we have two options. So either we can have the next training on, so 18 will conclude everything, but if we have time, then we have the next training, next slot on 25th, which would have your revision, any doubts, or any topic which you could not complete during this time. Okay. So one option is to do it on 27th, and the second option is to log in little early on 18th, maybe at 6, to complete that, or maybe a little bit earlier, or like, so just want to check with you so that we can have
If
a little.
if
25th would work.
if you want my opinion, I would. It's my personal opinion. 25th would be good because we will then get time about a week to actually go through the topics and see if we guys have any doubts or queries or any issues that we need to discuss with you. And instead of 18th early, 25th will be actually good. In my opinion, it's my personal view. Rest everybody
I
else,
also,
however they agree.